Hello friends and fellow gamers, the festive season continues with the New Year event for Idle Heroes. There's loads of rewards to pick up this week, and it's incredible just how much stuff you can get if you're a humble free-to-play player. Before we go ahead and check out this week's event, let me remind you, if you need help with your Idle Heroes account, join us on Tuesdays for account reviews. Account reviews will start again in the new year, so please do join us on a Tuesday and sign up through our Discord, which you can find a link for in the description below. To get access to our account review channel, you can find all the information in our Discord, but one way you can get fast-tracked in is through our Patreon. If you want to back me on Patreon and support my content, click that link in the top corner for more information. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out this week's New Year's event for Idle Heroes. So, this week's an Imps Adventure event, and we also have campaign loot drop. So we're getting these squirt guns for campaign loot drop, and 4 dice every single day. Make sure you log in, as you will need these resources to make progress in the week ahead. Now, let's look at the cool events. We've got our value packs, Imps Adventure, Childhood Dreams, and Shelter Mission. The value packs are pretty interesting, actually. They're giving us access to gems. We get some dice. More importantly, though, we have Adventure Gold, which could be used in the New Year's event to get top rewards, and we also have Charm treasure coupons, which you can either use this week or you can convert them at the end of the week for normal treasure coupons and be able to use them in a different event. Either way, looking pretty good here, nice value packs, and you're probably going to find yourself using contract story gems mainly to pick up this adventure gold to get the big rewards in the week ahead. Now, Imp's Adventure is here as well. This is basically where you're going to roll your dice and move the imp around, and you're going to try and make as much progress as possible. Whenever you land on a square, it will level up, and ideally you want to land on these starry mushroom huts to get them to level 3. Every time you pass a starry mushroom hut, you'll get a number of stars depending on the level, and you accumulate those stars to get the rewards you can see here. The main stuff you can grab here are the squirt guns, which can be used in the campaign loot drop shop, but in addition, there's also 6-star chests and 5-star chests, along with material chests that you could pick up, potentially if you're a free-to-play player. You may need to spend some gems on this, so weigh up whether that's something you want to be doing. There are a lot of ways to be spending gems this week, so maybe this won't be your main priority. The Childhood Dreams shop is a little bit disappointing. Unfortunately, it's not the expanded shop that we've seen in the past. DH Games seem to have taken a step backwards on this one. That means it's probably a little questionable what to go with here. Personally, if you can get to 2500, maybe a 5-star chest is okay, but I imagine most people will be going for heroic summon scrolls just to prepare themselves for the Chinese New Year event, which is going to be happening at the end of next month, and you will definitely need scrolls for that. So if none of this seems like decent enough value for you, you're probably going to be picking up 2600 of this currency, so maybe just getting yourself a small stack of heroic summon scrolls is not a bad idea. Anything left over, it normally goes into gold. Shelter Mission is here too. This is where you can pick up 5-star copies of some heroes by exchanging 4 stars from the similar class and faction. So you can see here for Luna, we need Fortress Assassins, we need 4 of those, and you also need a 5-star hero as well. You exchange that, you get a copy of the hero, you get some armor, and more importantly, you get 5 Imps Adventure dice, which you can use in Imps Adventure to make more progress. So make sure you do this with the first 4 heroes, as they're all offering the dice. The last 2 are light and dark. This costs you gems and gets you a copy of the hero. I don't think this is as good, so I'd probably save my heroes and save my gems. Now, let's go take a look at the Celebration Adventure. This is the main part of the New Year's event. This may seem a little complicated at first, but once we've broken it down, hopefully it makes sense. Basically, you're playing a little mini-game here where you're Asmodel going around trying to complete whatever the story is, whether it's saving the princess or finding out she's a big bad, who knows? But the main thing is it's going to cost you on average 30 coins per level, and you're going to get a pixel banknote, 10 of them in fact, which can be used in this shop here, which is similar to what we had at Black Friday and last week for Christmas. The main exchange you need to know is 30 coins is 10 pixel banknotes. So you want to go ahead and complete these levels. Have a look at the different rewards here. You may find that some are better than others. Maybe you prefer 20 Prophet Orbs to 60 Heroic Summon Scrolls, for example. I prefer the scrolls with Chinese New Year coming up, but of course Prophet Orbs are still pretty good. Not everything is a selected minigame. You'll find sometimes a merchant will appear where you need to buy all of the items in here. So there's 10 items, it's 3 coins an item, so that's 30 more items. So you get all of this for free pretty much, and you're also getting the pixel banknote here at the end. At some point, you will realize that you have to fight carry here, and you could do anywhere from 5 to 7 damage. So you may end up spending less than 30 coins. You could spend more than 30 coins. It's very random, so try and have some coins spare just in case this shows up. Once you've beaten it once, you can just do action 2, which is 30 coins, which does save you a heck of a lot of problems. but the first time round you do this, you do have to go ahead and fight. So you may find this could ruin your run or massively improve it. It may only cost you 27, which would be extremely fortunate. So yeah, this is where a lot of RNG is going to come into play and affect people's runs, but hopefully you're able to do well here. So let's just say this on average is 30, but do think that you may need a surplus just in case. On top of that, there are some other areas where you can select rewards. For example, we've got the treasure crystal here, which you could pick up, or you can choose to fight this demon. Avoid fighting whenever possible, because it could end up costing more coins. So even though this is a festival skin chest, I would avoid this and just go with the treasure crystals. Also, treasure crystals are bonuses for the treasure train, and therefore probably the better pick anyway. And then if you continue on, you'll see we can pick between star spawn materials. This is pretty helpful. And then the final area is going to get you all 3 of the brand new treasure train items, along with 200 replacement coupons, which we'll take a look at how you use those later. And of course, with every level, you're going to get yourself 10 pixel banknotes. So the goal here is to accumulate these banknotes and cash them in this store. What's cool then is you're able to pick up quite a lot of these for free. So if we zoom all the way down, you'll see there's a joyful question and answer. This is going to give you quiz questions that you need to go ahead and answer. You can find all the answers in our Discord. So if you haven't already joined our Discord, you can find a link for that in the description. Go to helpful information and you can find all the answers to the quiz questions in our helpful information section. Either way, I'm going to go through this and show you some of the answers. Hopefully this will help you out. So which of the following artifacts is dark exclusive? I believe it's the destruction box. I'm open to being wrong. No, it's probably then. Is it withered? No, it won't be withered armor. That's for shadow. It's got to be ghost cloak then. Yep, it's ghost cloak. Next question. What is the slogan of the Ormus's workshop in the blacksmith? I think it's invincible artifacts. Yep. What can be obtained from the wishing fountain besides rewards from drawing? The answer is the lucky coins. Next question, which of the following items is not available in the guild store? The item, I believe, is it wishing coins? Yes, it is. Nice. Which of the following items cannot be consumed in the summon circle? The answer is cores of transcendence. Which of the following items is not used for upgrading monsters? I believe it's gems. Next question, what is the most unbelievable ingredient in the formula for the alchemy professor in the Magic Academy? It is Lutz. That's right, they're using Lutzes as food. What is this? And by what way did the Crimson Dragon Tamer manage to train the Fire Dragon? It was with snacks. Turns out if you feed a dragon, they like that. Which of the following heroes is not armed in both hands? Well, Edgar definitely is. I think LM is. Ithaquah is. It's got to be a Biscard then. I think he's got a shield. Next up, what is the highest level Sierra can reach? Because she's 9-star, her highest level is 200. Which of the following heroes is not armed with a bow in their hand? I believe. So it's definitely... It's Roy. He's got a rapier. Yep, that's pretty easy. Which of the following 10-star hero has the most hands? It's actually Lord of Fear Aspen. He's got all these ghost hands that come out. Who is watching the dress in the Starry Night Halora? It's a spotlight on the ground. Which of the following skins or heroes does not wear a helmet? The answer is, well, Sigmund definitely does. The Lotus Knight is Sigmund's skin. That definitely does. I think it's Hell Warrior. Yep. Which is being held in the hand of Heartwatcher's skin? It's an umbrella. How many monsters are there in total? I think the answer is 10. Which of the following heroes has the most skins? It's Valkyrie. There are way too many Valkyrie skins. Which of the following items does not appear in Aspen Dungeon? It's the Death Potion. In Prophet Tree, which of the following hero factions cannot be replaced? The answer is Light, because Light and Dark can't be swapped. When Flora went out for a picnic, what little friend did she take with her? It's a squirrel. Then how many spider legs are there on Nakia's back? The answer is 4, because she's got 8 legs in total. She's got 2 legs, 2 arms, and then the 4 on her back. How do the 2 masks around Ada rotate? I believe it is counterclockwise. And which of the following is an absolutely forbidden rule in the Fortress Magic Academy? It's hiding the professor's hat. How many members does the Angel Band currently have? I think it's 2. That may have changed, actually. They may have released a new skin, but I don't think they have. But yeah, there's 2. It's the Olivia skin and the Sherlock skin. What terrible thing might happen if you annoy Ignis the Dragon Maiden? It's going to be a long-ass rain that's going to ruin your cakes. If we go to the next one, it's which of the following heroes is Nakia's immediate superior? Ooh, I don't think I know this one. Is it Cthulhu or Karim? I'm going to go with Karim. Yep, nice. Which of the following heroes does not have a Transcendence form? The answer is Carrie. Which of the following difficulties does not exist in Aspen Dungeon? It is Heaven. Which of the following packages does not exist in the game? It is the Almighty package. And finally, what is the unlock condition for the Gate of the Void? It is getting an E5 hero. So these questions are pretty straightforward. You can find all the answers in our Discord. There will be other questions, not just these ones. So good luck. And if you do that, you will get yourself 40 adventure gold. So you can go ahead and cash that in here. And that is immediately going to be 10 pixel banknotes that you can have. So regardless how you engage with this week's event, you can pick up 10 10 banknotes straight away for free, nothing you have to do. So you can theoretically get Sublimation, Core of Origin, whatever you want without spending any money at all. But before we go ahead and consider that, there are other ways to pick up these coins for free. So let's take a look at the Celebration Commission. This is somewhere where you can accumulate points, which are going to get you more coins that you can use. One of the easiest ways is by doing tavern quests. 5-star or above tavern quests will get you a point. You only need 10 of them for this week. That should be pretty straightforward to do. As well, if you consume gems, you also get a point every 1,000 gems spent. So you need to spend 20,000 gems this week. That should be relatively easy. There's loads of ways you can spend gems in the game, so hopefully that's no problem. And that's going to be 20 points there. As well, you can choose to awaken heroes in the Soul Temple, but you don't necessarily need to do this. But if you've got 3 awakens like I had at the start of today, you can already get that ball rolling. So I've got 2 already done. Now, more importantly here, you're going to get 30 of these points for free very, very easily. And that's going to get you 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 of these coins that you can enjoy. 30 coins, you may remember, is 10 more pixel banknotes. So that basically means if you do the Celebration Commission in the most free-to-play way possible, and you do the joyful question and answer, you can go ahead and pick up some really neat stuff. So if you go from this first area, pick whatever origin material you want, then go to the next zone, grab Stellar Shards, because that's discounted, and then go to the floor 3 and also go for the discounted stuff. You can pick yourself up 2 lots of origin materials and Stellar Shards without doing anything this week when it comes to money or overspending resources. So that makes this week absolutely fantastic for free-to-play players. And things get even crazier when you begin to consider that further stuff here is beginning to give Destiny materials or even deific artifacts if you're a super new player that wants to pick those up. So if you wanted to get that stuff, you're going to need to spend another 20 of these pixel banknotes. So let's see how we can get those as a free-to-play player. You may remember you can pick them up with contract Starry Gems. This is completely viable and great. You get 50 of them for 2,500. So we get 70 in total for free. That's 40 from doing the quiz. You're going to get an easy 30 here from the Celebration Commission. Another 10 if you do Awakens, but you're probably not going to do the Awakens. So let's just call that 30. So in total, that's 70 that you get from here. So if you then buy one of these packages, that's another 50. That takes you to 120, which is on average enough to pick you up 40 of these banknotes just by doing the Adventure of the Brave. Nice and easy. Now, you may worry that if you fight carry, you may end up using more coins than you'd like. Well, fortunately, if you go to the very bottom, the relay is giving us an additional 5 coins, so hopefully that will make up for any shortfall that you experience. So hopefully with all of that, you can get some nice rewards. But on top of that, we have the New Year's Special. This is really interesting. You've got a shop with gold, a shop for gems, and a shop for relics. The gold store is giving some really, really nice resources. Promotion stones, I know, are going to be helpful for newer players. Dust is always very, very good. Monster parts if you need them, but more importantly, these last few are fantastic. You've got Celestial Island resources, which you can use to help progress your Celestial Island. And you've got guild coins here as well, which are really useful for anyone pushing guild tech or wanting to get the guild treasure train items, assuming your guild tech is already finished. The gem store is really nice. This is giving you access to 6 stars, especially even in the light and dark faction, which is pretty helpful. And there's also 9 stars and 10 stars here. Be warned though, this is extremely expensive to pick up 9-star and 10-star heroes, and it's probably only worth it if you are a player who already has an astronomical amount of gems and doesn't mind throwing thousands of them away just for food. Mainly free-to-play players will not be doing this because your gems are better spent elsewhere. But if you're a spender with a lot of gems on your account, like me, for example, I have 171,000, then maybe it becomes more appealing to pick these guys up. And finally, there's a relic store that's discounted here. Normally, these artifacts are 400 each in the normal relic shop. Well, each one is discounted now to 350 just for this week. Nice way of picking up a cheap Demon Bell or Antler's Cane if you need them, as these aren't given in Glorious Treasury events. But of course, all the other artifacts are available here as well. So if you're just looking to spend your relics and get something nice and cheap, this is the week for you. So lots of good stuff that you can enjoy there. Go ahead and spend your resources. I know gold is something we have a lot of nowadays in the game, so hopefully picking up some of these things in the first shop is relatively easy. When it comes to other spending, we do have the opportunity to do the treasure train here, where you can get these festival chests. This is probably our last opportunity to pick up 2024 festival items, so if you want to finish any of these, maybe it might be worth pushing this. On top of that, we also have the relay here. For every $1 you spend in the relay, you're going to probably find you get another adventure coin. Spenders, if you want to maximize your progress this week, it's probably worth going all the way up to 80 here on the train at relay 8. That's going to get you 80 of these adventure coins. Combine that with the 70 that you're getting for free by doing this. That's going to take you up to 150, and then you can go ahead and pick up another 150 from here. That'll take you to 300. The 300 then that you spend will allow you to complete this enough times to get 100 of these mysterious tickets, and that's when you can start considering some of the really, really big rewards. So not just Destiny or Deific stuff here. On this next floor, you can, even if you want to, pick up Star Soul stuff. If that's of no interest to you, Destiny stuff is also here as well. Perhaps Origin materials are to your liking as well. When it comes to floor 7, some people have decided they're going to be going for the brand new artifact because they need this for Star Expedition. Others may just prioritize picking up Origin materials or Void materials. It really depends on what you need. So any of these for 7, 8, and 9 are fair game. As none of these are discounted, just grab whatever you need. When it comes to floor 10 and 11, this is giving you discounted Destiny materials, which is really, really nice. And floor 12 is another opportunity to pick up Star Soul items or more Destiny transition materials. Once you've completed the entire thing, you unlock a new store here, which is giving you any of the 3 main resources for free. So an opportunity for more Star Souls. So theoretically, this week, you can spend $80 and get 3 Star Souls, which is really, really nice value. So if you're looking for Star Souls on your account, like me, for example, picking this up is absolutely excellent and a nice cheap way to do so. We've also got a Celebration gift card here, which is giving you access to gems, relics, and Master Toolboxes with Stellar Shards and Crystals of Transcendence as well. You get all of these every day for 15 days. It's not the best value in the world, but the gems make up for the $15 you spend, if gems are something that you want to be spending your money on, that is. And then we've also got the Adventure Blessing. If you've bought the first one, you unlock the second, and this second one is giving you access to 250 contract storage gems every day for 15 days for $20. That's actually not bad value for contract storage gems. That's one of the most competitively priced ways you can pick this up in the game. So yeah, not too terrible. The only issue is you need to buy the first card to get that card. So some people are going to do this, some people aren't. It's not the end of the world if you don't pick this up, but it is a nice way to get contract storage gems onto your account. Almost 4,000 in fact, which is pretty nice. And that's pretty much everything for this week apart from the New Year's replacement. So this comes around probably once every 6 months. This is our opportunity to swap different things in the game. If you start with the mysterious artifacts, this lets you swap any, even normal artifacts to get a high-end artifact like a Demon Bell, although if you make that switch, it is 1,000. However, let's say you wanted to swap something a little more respectable, like let's say an Augustus Magic Ball into a Demon Bell. That's significantly cheaper, that's 320. To pick these up, you either get them from the adventure, and you can pick up 200 for completing a full complete, or you can buy them with gems. It's 16,000 gems for the full 320, which is very expensive, but hey, if you've got spare gems, that might be useful for you. We also have Glorious Flags, where you can go ahead and swap these bad boys. That's going to be a little bit cheaper. That's only 240 to make that switch. Skins are also pretty interesting. You've got your normal skins here, which can be swapped into any normal skin, or more importantly, ace skins as well. So these rarer skins that you pick up in the guild store can also be picked up. So maybe you want an ace skin for Lord of Fear Aspen. That's going to cost you 80 to go ahead and make that swap, which isn't too bad. I certainly know that my favorite ace skin to probably go for is the Scarlet Queen Halora ace skin, as it is one of the best skins in the game. This is giving attack, damage reduction, and speed. So yeah, pretty worth going for that one if you need a skin for your Halora. Another thing you can do is swap festival skins as well. So if you need a rarer skin for your Transcendence heroes, you can swap any festival skin you may already have into a different festival skin. So maybe you want this skin here that gives crit damage. That's pretty good for Lord of Fear Aspen. Or maybe you're after something for a different hero. Maybe you want Patricia's skin. Let's say you're using her. That's also available. Pretty much any hero who has a skin you could pick up with a festival switch. We also have hero swapping. This lets you turn any 5-star into a different 5-star. In the case of Abyss, Shadow, Fortress, and Forest, you can swap them interchangeably. So you can see here, I could go from a Shadow hero into an Abyss hero. That's completely fine. However, what you can't do is swap your non-Light and Darks into Light and Darks. That was one thing they allowed us to do a few years ago, and it got very silly as people were able to just build Russells and Drakes and stuff like that, and carries just straight away on their brand new accounts. So that was a little bit unrealistic. However, now it is just limited to these relative factions. That does mean, though, if you wanted to swap any dark hero to a light hero, you can do, which is pretty useful. So let's say you wanted to get rid of this Sleepless copy and you wanted to turn it into someone like, let's say, a Vulcan. You can absolutely do that. And that, again, is still just going to cost you 50. One other cool trick you can do with this is you can actually turn heroes that are a little more advanced. So if I go ahead and spin through all my hero copies and get to my 10 stars, you'll see I can turn my 10-star Waldeck into any other 10-star in the game. And that cost is going to be relative. It's going to cost you for 5 copies, so that's 250. But what's cool about that is all the food transfers from one faction to the other. So you end up with not just 5 copies of Geista, you get a full 10-star Geista. So that's pretty useful. One nice thing you can do with that then is you could turn an entire dark hero into a light hero or a full light hero into a dark hero if you needed more of one particular type as well, which can be pretty helpful. Last, we've got the deific artifacts that have been added to here. So if you've got any origin artifacts, you can swap them into their respective types, which is pretty useful. And we have our deific mysterious artifacts, which are at a pretty reasonable exchange rate. It's basically costing you 640, but it makes sense because it's 2 artifacts in one, a deific artifact. It's your origin one plus a mysterious one. So yeah, if you wanted to make that switch, here's a crazy thing. This is a splendid one. If you want to swap a full splendid, it's 2,560. That is a ridiculous price, but that converts to about 640 per copy. Probably unrealistic that you're going to be able to do this. Is the limit? Wait, is there a limit? Whoa, hang on a second. No, there isn't. Oh my word! It says 1,780. Would that use all my gems? No, it wouldn't use all my gems. That's a bizarre limit. Why is the limit 1,780? I don't know. I'm sure DH Games have a reason for this, but that is such a strange number to have. Well, okay, there you go. But either way, we've got the exchange store. This is a nice way to use your gems to go ahead and swap either mistakes or pick up stuff that's pretty useful for your account. So all in all, pretty solid event. Lots of stuff for you guys to enjoy. I think the main thing people will be absolutely enjoying is the fact that you can just do this question and answer. You can engage with some of these celebration commissions, and you're just getting these pixel banknotes really easily. And then if you want to spend some more contract story gems, you absolutely can do. The only thing that's a little bit different from last week's event is when you get to floor 6, you do unlock a store which lets you convert your banknotes into contract story gems. Now, for Christmas, you could do that 20 times. DH Games have quickly realized that people were just printing more contract story gems by doing that. So that exploit has been fixed, and now you can only do it 5 times, which is probably more sensible, but it's a bit of a shame as it was a very easy way to generate contract story gems on our accounts. But hopefully that doesn't come as too much of a sore point. It just means you don't want to over push on this, and instead you can go ahead and just do, let's say, 40 or 50, or get to whatever seems like a sensible point. And heck, if you're free to play, you can get 20 of these pixel banknotes super easy, and that's going to be 2 lots of origin materials and some stellar shards. Nice and simple, super easy, absolutely fantastic event. And obviously contract story gems get you even crazier stuff as well. I know on my free to play account, I'm going to be grabbing a couple more grimoires, and given this week's event and last week's event, which was Christmas, that gets me 4 grimoires in total, which I can use to get a deific dragon receptor before I even have a transcendence hero. That is bonkers. So yeah, that's this week's event. Next week's event is giving us Fantasy Factory, Prophet Orbs, and Heroic Miracle, with Geista as the top reward and Luna as our Prophet Summon Prizes hero. All pretty standard stuff, nothing too crazy there. Maybe DH Games will add additional stuff to this. Who knows? You'll just have to wait and see in next week's event review. So if you want to catch more breakdowns of Idle Heroes events, hit that subscribe button. I do this every Friday to make sure that you guys know what to expect in the week ahead. And don't forget, the answers to the question and answer can be found on our Discord server, which you can find a link for in the description down below. And just go and find the helpful info channel, which will have all the answers you need. I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, have an amazing week and happy idling.